Aquarian, Evans, and Remo are the three big companies when it comes to drumheads. But what's the difference? Find out in this video. Drumheads have a big influence on your drum sound. Small details can cause a huge change of the overall aesthetics. We decided to compare the most common coated single-ply drumheads from Aquarian, Evans, and Remo. Those are the Aquarian texture coated, the Evans G1, and the Remo Ambassador. Let's hear the sound of the drumheads themselves. The Aquarian heads are pre-tuned and already have tension without any drums around. We installed them onto a 14-inch snare drum and a 14-inch floor tom. The first thing you notice when you put the drum heads on are the cracking noises of the Remo Ambassador. The other drumheads do not produce similar sounds. This is because of the glue Remo uses. When tension is applied, the glue comes loose, and the head will align itself with the bearing edge of the drum perfectly. However, the Evans and Aquarian drumheads work differently, and the glue doesn't break when tightening the screws. We tuned all the drumheads to the same pitch using a TuneBot drum tuner. With equal tension, this is what they sound like on the snare drum and a floor tom. While the thickness of the mylar film is the same for all three drumheads, the coating is very different. The first thing you notice is the color of the Remo drumhead being darker than the others. When it comes to the surface of the coating, the Evans G1 has a very smooth surface, while the Aquarian texture coated feels pretty rough. Those differences might not be important when playing with sticks, but can be crucial when it comes to brush playing. You can really hear the difference. It's also important to say that the surface of the drumhead has a huge impact on the playing feel when using brushes. Make sure to keep that in mind. Another important aspect besides sound is the tuning range of a drumhead. We decided to check how low we can tune the floor tom before the tone disappears. We checked the tension with a TuneBot in order to compare the three drumheads. Let's see how they did. So while there are small differences in the tuning range of those three drumheads, they all ended up in a pretty similar range. Durability is also a big topic when talking about drumheads. We checked every head before and after 1000 hits in a row, and the difference was very small. Some stick marks were seen, but the coating was intact and no dents could be seen on any of them. To sum it up, all of them are really good and professional drumheads. When it comes to playing with brushes, the coating of the Aquarian texture coated was too rough for a nice playing feel, and we preferred the Remo Ambassador instead. When playing with sticks, all of them worked well and we reached a good and full tone with all of them. Which one suits your needs the most comes down to your personal preferences and your sound ideals. Make sure to share your preference in the comments and subscribe to Home of Drums for more comparison videos.